Hi, this is Sam Chand, and welcome to Tuesdays with Sam Chand. I'm amazed that you would watch this, but I'm honored that you would. Today, I want to talk to you about something very practical, and that is about the facilities you're building, especially in the context of church facilities. I have had the honor and privilege traveling all over the world, and I've seen some amazing facilities. I've seen some small churches that are magnificent, but I've also seen some humongous churches that look tired and old. So the size of the building is not what I'm talking about. What I want to talk to you about why, what, and how of your facilities. I've seen some common themes that have emerged. The first thing I've seen is that those who build those facilities understand that the facilities are there to serve the people. You didn't build the building for the building, you build the building to serve the people. I remember a number of years ago at my home church, we had just completed a building project. There was a beautiful gymnasium, and on top of the gymnasium, there was a walkway kind of a thing surrounding classrooms. And there was a gentleman, let's just call him Joe, not his real name, let's call him Joe, who had been a major donor, benefactor. He had helped build the gymnasium. He was part of just the lead guy. And Joe and I were standing on that balcony overlooking the gymnasium, and there were kids playing. There were kids having a ball. They were playing basketball, and I mean, they were just having just a great time. However, Joe looks at me and with a very concerned time in his face says to me, "Hey, look at them. They're leaving scuff marks on the floor. Man, I tell you what, I don't know what we're going to do with these kids." And I remember looking at Joe and saying to him, "Joe, did we build this so it'll look pretty? Or did we build this so that people will be served?" Your facilities are built to serve the people. Now, you can keep it looking pretty. You can do some things to avoid those things, but you do not need to cop an attitude about how the facilities are being used. "Oh, we have to clean this every week." Of course you do. I hope you clean it more than once a week. But that's what facilities are there. They are there for the people. The second thing I've learned about facilities is that churches understand these facilities are built as a delivery system of the vision. They are built as a delivery system of the vision. For example, if the vision of the church is youth, you will see magnificent youth facilities. If the vision of the church is children, you're going to see great children's facilities. If the vision of the church is doing great drama and worship and the arts, you're going to see great platforms and lighting and all that goes with it. If the vision of the church is to create a place of fellowship that people, when they come in, they can congregate, you're going to see beautiful lobbies with high ceilings, cafes. If you want to create a facility that is welcoming, you will see that the front door and the carpets and the entryways and the curb appeal is all that. The facilities are there to facilitate the vision of your house. The third thing I've learned is the facilities have crowds. And when crowds come in and out, in and out, in and out, there's going to be wear and tear. There's going to be wear and tear on the carpets, on the floors, in the toilets, the restrooms. There'll be wear and tear on the equipment that you use. There'll be wear and tear on doors. This is what I want to suggest to you. Because you know that there'll be wear and tear, and you want to keep it popping and grand opening day fresh, you got to have a budget. So if you're planning on building a building, you got to have a line item that'll talk about how to keep the building fresh. Maintenance, keeping it looking good. The third thing and the fourth thing that I have learned is that most people in your church only go to areas of your church that serve them. So for example, there are people in your church who don't have any children or grandchildren. They have never been to your children's facility. They don't even know they exist. People with no teenagers have not been to a youth area. People who have no intention of going to classrooms for study don't know you have classrooms. So may I suggest that you do occasional tours, even of the part of the new, make it part of your new members orientation. Take them on the tour of the church and show them what that is all about. And finally, you got to remind yourself, we worship Jesus and not the building.